Shivangi, and I am here to give you all a presentation on the topic that is drip irrigation. You all may be aware about the term irrigation, what irrigation is, but very few of you know about the various mechanisms and the various processes which are being carried out in irrigation. Drip irrigation is one of them. So, it has advantages, disadvantages, various characteristics and components which I will be discussing with you all later. Moving on to what is drip irrigation. Drip irrigation is also known as localized, trickle or micro irrigation. It is an irrigation method which saves water and fertilizers. The thing which happens in this irrigation is that the main source from where the water is provided is passed on to the tank, and from there it goes to the main lines and the sublines, and the water is passed on to the plants on the surface of the roots and the soil. Now moving on to the basic layout. As you all can see, the main source is the well from where the water is going on to the tank, and then it is connected to the line and then to the sublines, and then the crops are getting water through that. In this irrigation, we don't need to go and give water to the plants. As the normal irrigation happens, this is what drip irrigation is. Now, moving on to its characteristics. Low volume and low pressure. The operating pressure is range from 2 to 6 pounds per square inch, whereas in gravity system it is 15 to 30 psi, high pressure system. As you all can see that the standard impact in sprinkles low rate ranges from 2 to 20 gallon per minute, and at present ranging it is from 25 to 100 psi. Large pumps can handle rate. So you all can see how drip irrigation characteristics from low volume and low pressure. Moving on to the localized application of characteristics of water. You can see the level, soil wetted area, diameter, coarses sand 0.5 to 1.5 feet, fine sand 1.0 to 3.0 feet. The loam has a quantity of 3.0 to 4.5 feet, heavy clay 4.0 to 6.0 feet, as opposed to sprinkler plug where the entire soil surface is wetted. This is the process of drip irrigation. As you all can see, the main mechanism from where the water is being provided to the filter, and then the main pipelines are connected on with the sublines, and it goes to the crop and for the crop to grow well. And then comes the typical components of the drip irrigation system. It consists of the pipes, of the wells, control valves which is used to turn the system on and off, fertilizers injector to apply fertilizers, and then filter, the pressure regulator, the different kind of vents, the meters, timers, lateral, drip liners, and the emitters. These components are basically used in this drip irrigation management for the process to be carried out from the beginning to the end. It is necessary. Now, the components, you can see how it works. There is the tap and the valve and the black flow preventer, and then comes the filter, tubing adapter, drip tubing, and then how the water gets provided to the plants. Here are the components. You can see the fertilizer injectors which are injected directly to the tanks, to the filters for the plants to grow well, the pressure regulating or compensating emitters, and the different variety of drip emitters. And then come the advantages. The advantages of this is that soil erosion is minimized, weed growth is minimized, foliage drainage is very less, fertilizers and nutrients loss is minimizing, and then the lands are easily available. They are easily accommodatable. We do not need to resize the land, and recycle non-potable water can be waste. Do you all know non-recycled water, where do we get it? We basically get it from the municipal wastewater. It is utilized for this system. In this way, we are saving the water we are reusing actually the wastewater. As it has some advantages, it also has some disadvantages. As you can see, expenses. Its initial cost is low, but due to the increase in the high amount of the components, the prices may sometimes go very high. Waste. The sun can affect the tubes used for drip irrigation. And then the clogging, water is not properly filtered, if it is not properly maintained, then it can result in the clogging. Drip irrigation might be unsatisfactory sometimes in case of herbicides, fertilizers, sprinkle irrigation, and drip tape causes extra cleanup cost after the harvest. Now the description of low-cost, low-tech gravity system setup management, as I have talked before about it, it has mainly two things which consist of the irrigation and the fertilization method. Irrigation, as you know, that irrigation means to irrigate the land by providing it with the means of water for the plants to grow well. Ultimately, in our country and in many parts of the world, we are dependent on rainfall for agriculture. But often nature plays the game and we do not get rain. In that case, we use the means of irrigation to provide water for the plants to grow. This is what irrigation is about. Here are some pictures you can see about the process of drip irrigation and how the plants are growing and all. And then comes the fertilizers. It is any organic and inorganic material, synthetic origin that is added to the oil to supply to the plants for them to grow well. There are various kind of fertilizers like potash and nitrate, as you can see out here. Moving on to the system design irrigated based on irrigated needs. What we can do is to design this type of irrigation. We can plan drip irrigated garden and determine the water available to us, and then we can determine how long the water can be stored in a bucket, and then it is very important for us to know that how much of volume and how much of quantity of water we can save. If we can determine this, then our process can go in a very good way. And the common problems and remedies which are related to drip irrigation are emitter plugging, especially after heavy rain. And then is what happens in this is removing lot of replaced emitters. The emitter is the component in which gets defected due to the heavy rain, which is used in the process. And then comes add bleaching. Bleaching must be done periodically to control the microorganisms, to control the algae growth. And vinegar to weak acid to control calcium buildup, expansion, contraction, drip tape with temperature changes, and irrigation must be done in morning hours. When irrigation is necessary to be done in the morning hours, this is because drip line is contracted. When drip line is newly contracted, the basic thing which is to be done is to be irrigation in the morning hours. And last comes the summary. If literally designed, managed and maintained in a good way, the low-cost, low-tech gravity-fed irrigation system can be useful, effective for the growing of the plants, as you can see.